Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my morning sickness experience, what helped, what didn't, and probably just other medications that I'm taking while pregnant. Morning sickness started when I was 5.5 weeks pregnant, and it was full blown. Like I puked on, I'd say, an average of twice a day. There's some days where it was only once, some days it was 3 times. Majority of the time, every day, it was in the morning when I woke up. There's a few times that I got around it, but again, it would pop up in the afternoon and before bed. Before bed was like a huge time when I'd get morning sickness. I don't really know why. I'm now 12 weeks when I'm recording this, and it is starting to subside some. I'm not going to stop my medications. When I did with Hudson, my sickness came back. So I will probably take these all of pregnancy. My sister was the same way. She had to take them all through hers, otherwise her morning sickness came back. But I think the heavy part of morning sickness has now subsided. Yeah, I've literally thrown up twice a day, average, for what, 6.5 weeks? It's a long time. It's a lot of throwing up. My throat got very raw. And I was very desperate at some points. It's very hard to parent when you're very sick. The first thing that the doctors always have me do and always try was, there's a pill that you can get called Dicelic or something like that. It's just Unisom and vitamin B. So they had me take these in combination before bed, and I will continue to do so. I did with Hudson. With Hudson, this alone helped my morning sickness. This pregnancy, not so much. But this combination, I just take I take half of this because this is 150 milligrams, and then the 25 milligrams of the doxylamine succinate stuff. There's that. Now, that alone wasn't cutting it for me. Like, I was still puking my guts out, and so I have acid, I have a bad stomach anyways, but I had acid reflux normally, so I think it gets really bad when I'm pregnant. So I do take generic Prilosec. This is the one that my doctor wanted me to take, so this is what I take. I did this with Hudson. It helped, with Hudson it helped a lot, so in the morning I wouldn't wake up and puke. This pregnancy, not as much, but this pregnancy I literally have killer heartburn, so probably will be taking this the whole time too. And then in desperation of trying to find ways to feel better, I stopped taking my prenatal because prenatals have iron in them, and I decided that the iron could be contributing to my sickness. When I stopped my prenatal, I didn't notice that much of an improvement, so then I did have some days where I went back to it. And those nights going to bed, I was miserable the entire night and nauseous and stuff. So I do think it still contributed. So I've switched to taking a children's gummy vitamin. I take like 1 in the morning and 2 in the evening. Sometimes I skip the 1 in the morning. I kind of take, my doctor said to take 2 to 4 of them a day. So I do that. They do not have very much folic acid, which is very important for babies' spinal and brain growth, and so I do take a folic acid supplement with that. Dude, this guy, seriously, the other day, he knows how many pills I took, and he was like, "You're like a junkie." He's my doctor knows, and this is all in good intentions. And then I also do take calcium. I do not drink milk. I do not like milk. I eat cheese and yogurt, but with morning sickness especially, I do not have as much. And when I was pregnant with Hudson, the reason I lost Jaden was due to HELLP syndrome, which is a branch of preeclampsia. And so my doctor, that was a high-risk doctor, had me told me to take calcium because they find that it helps with placenta development, which placenta is part of what happens with preeclampsia / HELLP syndrome / eclampsia, all of that. Yes, so I take calcium. I take 2 of these at night. No more, but two of them at night. My doctors all recommend it, but again, they said it does probably help with they think it helps prevent placenta problems, which is part of what happened. So I did with Hudson, gonna do it again. And then I didn't start taking, this is baby aspirin, 81 milligrams, just a little chew. I didn't start taking this till I was 13 weeks with Hudson. My doctor wanted me to start it earlier this time at, I think they called me at about 8 weeks, no, 7 weeks. 7 weeks is when I started taking it. This is also to do with the HELLP syndrome and preeclampsia. It kind of works as a blood thinner, so I think they think that it prevents. I'm not a doctor, I'm just doing my own, like telling you guys my own research, so don't go quoting me. But I think it helps prevent blood clots for that, if they think that that could have contributed to it. And they do find, for whatever reason, that it helps prevent preeclampsia. It's been almost proven. And I took it every day with Hudson since 13 weeks. I'm taking it every day with this baby, and I will every day of my pregnancy. I've skipped one day and I felt like I was gonna murder my child. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not because I felt sick, like I was truly scared that it was going to like hurt the baby, that I didn't take it. And I know one day is not gonna, you know, it happens, but it made me so freaked out. So there's all of that. I take all of these pills for the most part before I go to bed. I've always done that with the, I did that with Hudson because I realized it, at least with the prenatal, I found that it made me less sick. And so that's why I did it that way. I feel like I'm less likely to throw it up because usually by the time I lay down in bed, I can fight off the nausea. It's usually the process of getting ready for bed that I tend to puke. So by the time I'm laying down, I tend to be okay. Despite all of that, when I was 7 weeks, I woke up one morning, I mean, I was just puking my guts out. Nothing would stay down. And I knew I was dehydrated. And so I went to the hospital and I got IV fluids. And they also gave me Zofran they gave me Phenergan that day. Yeah, it just wasn't enough. I did find and I never tried this before, in those beginning until I was probably 9 or 10 weeks, I couldn't drink water. Every sip of water I took made me throw up. And so I actually drank children's Pedialyte. It's not very cheap, but that was the only drink that I could drink that I wouldn't puke up. I personally, again from my own research, think that your zinc can get low when you're pregnant, and so I think the zinc in it, Gatorade would make me throw up. It's not the same as Gatorade. People tell you it is not the same as Gatorade. Children's Pedialyte, try that if you have terrible morning sickness. That is one of the things that I'm now heart set on, especially when you're early pregnancy, is the children's Pedialyte. It truly, the days when we were in Las Vegas, I chugged not chug, but I would continuously sip, and I drank like 2 of those a day, trying to help stay hydrated because I was in a hot place, and then also with the nausea. So I really think that helped. I tried the rest bands, C-bands. Yeah, no. I'm sure they work for some people, but no matter what I did, they did not work for me. I also got Preggy Pops. My thing with Preggy Pops is they tend to make my tongue, I can eat one of them and my tongue gets really raw and sore, and same with my cheeks. And so they're just so, I guess, so sour or whatever. My mouth just didn't really like them. So I did buy those, and when we were in the car and stuff like that, or going to like the grocery shopping, I would totally suck on those then, but I did avoid it at home because it made my mouth so raw. Cinnamon scents are another huge thing that helped me with morning sickness. I found that with Hudson, I was pregnant closer to Christmas time, and I found that in the stores, the Pinecone Potpourri really helped. So I did burn I think it's called like Fireside or Cozy Fireside, Scentsy, that pretty much was cinnamony, and I also sucked on cinnamon Altoids. That helped tremendously. I did not find that ginger snaps or ginger things, they really didn't help me this time. What else did I do? Trying to sum it up really fast for y'all. yeah, I would say that cinnamon scent, that potpourri. I almost went out and bought some potpourri hoping, but it was kind of not season anymore. So yeah, but I'm pretty heart set on that one, helping a ton with the smells. I would literally probably would put them next to my trash can and next to my sink. Those are the two places that really make me nauseous. Oh, I did end up taking some prescription nausea medication. The doctor prescribed me Zofran, which recently it's very controversial if you should take it. For me, the benefits outweighed the risks. And so I did take it every once in a while. I tried to wait until 8 weeks to take it because at 8 weeks the baby's heart is pretty developed, and so they say you don't have to worry as much. But I didn't take it a ton, but I did take it here or there. I noticed the first few times I took it that it helped, and then after that it didn't. I also did Phenergan suppositories. Yes, suppositories. Yes, it was kind of weird. But again, desperate not to throw up, I had to stay hydrated for the health of my baby. So I did that. My memory's running out. Crap. I did try those. By 10 weeks, I would say they helped from 8 to 10. 10 weeks on, they did not help. I would puke no matter what. It just, if I was gonna puke, I was gonna puke. So I did stop taking them. Yeah. So anyways, there's my morning sickness and medications that I'm taking while pregnant. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips below for morning sickness, comment below and let everybody know, because they are very necessary. And when you're desperate to stay hydrated and feed your body to feed your baby and keep baby hydrated, they don't need that much. They don't really need that much food. They'll take what they need from you, but just in case. So yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you next week. Thanks for watching again and again and again. Bye.